Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back here on the EGL channel with another round of ACC 2SRL, or 2SRL ACC, that way around makes more sense. Season 4, it is round 9, which means the second to last round. And we are here at Misano for the third time in, how did you call it? Grazie Ragazzi land. Yes. As we watch Vel struggling because it is raining, and yeah, that of course takes away some grip, and Veld is experiencing that. And so I think we have got an interesting race ahead of ourselves. We've got a wet qualifying session here. It's Triton and me, Timo, in the commentary. And
hello everyone.
I wonder what this has in store for us. Now, as a first disclaimer, yes, it does rain, but it is set to Saturday, and the race is set to Sunday. So I don't know if this carries over the weather simulation. We'll have to answer that question. And yeah, Veld, oh, yeah, that's not where you want to go. He parks the car right with the marshal post, which is very considerate of him. So he's going to reset to track. Yeah, I mean, what's the situation for today? We've got 22 drivers. I think we've got one more coming, because Sam Chumley is not in the lobby yet. But I saw him launching his game. There's of course complications because the game's doing its funny update that takes 4 seconds to download as Chris goes around.
Kimi, no!
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is he gonna get out of the wire? That's push slap ruined, and that is Taurus coming through there, I guess. So, yeah, situation for today. It's gonna be interesting because we have of course wrapped the championship in pro class up already. But we've got one more to go, and that is silver class, which is fought out among the people with funny grey backgrounds behind their driver numbers. And the main protagonist of the championship right now is Tim Kushwa, who is leading said championship ahead of Marius Torres by, I think, 22 points, which means if he outscores Torres by 3 points today, he wraps it up. If not, then he gets another chance next time out in Bathurst, where we will have our season finale. So maybe we'll crown our first ever silver class champion today. We'll have to see.
Yeah, also right now, I wanted to mention Jack Hawley. I'm forgetting how to say his name properly.
I mean, it's Jack Hawley
yeah,
or Jack Hawley. I mean...
Yeah, that's his. Yeah, that's how he usually goes as. But yeah, he's sitting in P3 right now. This is his second race here. Last race he had a pretty abysmal time. He got into a few incidents and stuff and was getting to grips with things. But now he's only 2/10 off a pole off of Alexander Karsten, who is, as we know, very, very rapid, and also the guy who won the first 7 races and the championship here, and is our first 2-time champion. So it's looking good for him, as he's coming up to like a huge queue, and like there's like 3 cars lined up, I think, with each other. I think that's I know Karsten was leading that one, but I don't know who else there was there.
So about Jack Hawley, I mean I've said it. I've driven against him in Formula 1 in rapid races, and he seemed like a very competent driver. He complained after, or he didn't complain, but he said in chat after last race that he felt like he didn't get away quite well on broadcast because he wasn't happy with this race, and we caught some of his not so good moments. So probably motivated to prove us wrong today and to display his best driving qualities today. And in qualifying so far, he's made a first step towards that by putting it in P4. Now topped by Maciejewski, who's now leading the silver class pack in P3. And one thing to be said here, of course, the elephant in the room, so to speak, is the fact that the clock is ticking down. We've got 5 minutes to go, and the track has already switched from wet to damp, so it means that the conditions are transitioning towards a dry track, which means going out late means out being faster, and that might play a vital part in qualifying. The times you set later in the session will be worth more as they are on a quicker track. So this, I mean, I expect the times to tumble here as Ruben, the winner of last race, puts it on provisional pole there with a 40.2. Karsten still in the pit lane waiting, Brabner really close, Maciejewski then in 4, and Krusha has put himself into P6. So this qualifying session looks very promising to me.
Yeah, the track is improving here. The track temperature, I think, went up a bit. Right now it's 26 degrees, which is pretty good. As I think that's Illigner around Yeah, that's yeah, WoW has spun it around, but yeah, the track is improving. The time, it does say it's going to be it's going to stop raining, but that's in 10 minutes, so I don't think that's going to matter here, but I don't think that the track is going to get any worse. So
Yeah,
this is looking good.
actually, I mean, I say that going out later will be an advantage, but it's also possible that we just hit the transition point where both tires are terrible, where dries just are too cold and don't have enough profile, so to speak, for wets, for wet racing, and the wets
Maciejewski
are
goes
just
P1
overheat. Yeah, that is P1 from the Polnareff Racing driver, who is looking to make a mark today, beating, well, everyone so far. Apart from the Silver Class Championship, we've got 2 other championships, and one of them is the Constructors Championship, and that is probably going to be decided between Polnareff Racing and Blue and Gold Dress Racing. So that means Carsten and Maciejewski versus Oliver and Brabner. So that might be wrapped up today. Polnareff in the clear advantage, and if Maciejewski puts in what he's showing in qualifying today, then, you know, they are in a very good shape.
now. Yeah, so the times are tumbling. So like you said, the track is getting better. So, yeah, right now Carsten's still in the pits and he's P4. I don't know if he's going to go out again, or... I'm assuming he is, because he already was qualifying. Last time out he went from last place, so...
Maybe he... maybe he forgot that he wanted to do last to first. He had already accidentally.
Or maybe this time he gave up on it.
Or he, I mean, or he just wanted to bring himself like ahead of the bottom 10 to have an easier ride, because last time it wasn't quite enough.
Has Sam put in a lap? Because he's not, or is he putting in a lap right now? Because he's still at the bottom of the field.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Also, worth a mention, we've got some reserves today. George Rosu is a new... I have never seen him.
Jack Hawley, P1 now.
Oh, wow. There he goes. I mean, we talked about him. And now about how he's got something to prove, and he's in the process of doing exactly that as he puts himself into P1 on the 39.9. So we've got, as reserves, we've got George Rosu, new boy. Getting in the way of Bans here. I don't know if that is, I mean, if that's legitimate.
I think Bans is on an outlap.
Yeah,
so I'm going to the pits a little bit earlier.
Oh, Rosu! My God.
Oh! Okay, I was going to say, don't collect Rene.
Spooky. Okay, there he goes. Well, that was unfortunate, but that's the qualifying session.
Oh, Van Hudding's into the pits, so he's out. I think he's done for this session.
Yeah. No improvement from him.
Maciejewski's still going.
Also, Carsten not going to improve because there's no time left for him. So he's going to stay on this time. The other reserves I want to mention are... where's he on the timing? I can't find him. I know Pixel is here somewhere. Where's Mr. McCormack? P12. P12, he is here in the Bottling Motorsport AMG. Hey, yes, he does exactly what a name suggests.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's the second signature move of Bottling Motorsport. The first one is to not sign up for a race that they plan to do. But because they managed that hurdle today, they are actually...
Yeah, Illigner goes wide. I think that might be his lap done. Maciejewski's still going, so Jack Hawley's currently on provisional pole. Olive is still going as well. I don't know who's looking faster at the moment, because I didn't see the delta, but he's looking fast. I'm sure Brabner and Christian Streaker are both looking fast as well. So, and even maybe Rene, because Rene is looking pretty racy there for this silver class. There, actually, he's second in silver class because Maciejewski is P1.
And yeah, also Clara has returned. People might remember Clara from seasons 1 and 2. And it's been some time since Clara drove here, but now they are back. And we're going to see how that works out. Yeah, we've got the checkered
Sam
flag.
Goes P8.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Sam in P8 behind Brabner, ahead of Bourne. Who else is to come? Car number 17 crossing the line. That is Antoine Olivet with a little bit of an improvement. Beats Carsten. Oh, actually beats Maciejewski as well. So
yeah, Maciejewski's into the pits. So he's he outqualifies his teammate, but he's out of the session there. So he didn't. I think he invalidated his last lap there.
So we've got Chris coming, who's in P6 right now. He's apparently up a 10th, or very close to it as he makes a little bit of a mistake there, I think. So that might be Chris's lap. Then he has down 2/10 now. And also we've got Brabner right ahead of him. Both in the same shot. Both still on their last shot in qualifying. As Brabner is apparently up 2/10. So he might be able to pull himself ahead of Carsten here as he goes deep. And that might be
goes wide. Yeah, that's
qualifying
invalid.
over. It is as he goes
And
into
he's
the
not
wall.
happy. Yeah. That's unfortunate. So both of them missing out on that lap. Let's see what Rene can do. He's about to cross the line. This might be actually a good enough lap if he... Oh, no, he's not. He's into the pits. Oh, dear. Okay, that's our quali. Okay.
Yeah, one other thing I want to mention quickly is the Drivers' Championship for P2 is still not decided. I mean, Carsten obviously wins, but P2 is still...
Oh, it's wet!
Oh, wow. So the...
Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's gonna get worse, too. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Well, let's see if this is a second Suzuka or not. I'm not alone, so insanity is gonna be easier to avoid.
Or, yeah, let's see if we get, I'm hoping we get Bathurst again from last season.
God, no.
That was a fun one to watch.
As
I mean, the
someone
first
had
8
to
minutes.
drive
like I
that.
say.
No. It was
Oh yeah,
terrible.
yeah. To drive maybe it was awful, but maybe to watch for the first 8 minutes, seeing everyone go all over the place was kind of funny.
I do not allow you to take pleasure in that race. It was terrible. So.
Unlucky. Kimi and I enjoyed it, but.
Well, I don't care. So we have got ourselves a starting grid. I'm gonna get the standings up on my second screen so I can, talk about them like the professional commentator I am. So we've got a grid walk for today, and it is Jack Colley with the first pole position on his second showing. Then we've got race winner from last time out, P4 in the championship, Ruben van Erding still within reaching distance of that P2 in the championship in P2 on the grid as well. Then it's Antoine Olivet, 7th in the championship, alongside Jakub Maciejewski, who is first in silver class. I'm not going in a straight line. Perfect grid walk. Carsten P5, then alongside him Christian Stricker, then it's Brabner in P7, who's currently still in P2 of the Drivers' Championship, and he's in a favored position there, so he just needs to carry it home. Then it's Samuel Chumley in P8, just like his championship position. René Bon lines up in P9 ahead of Jasper Smelt, the two of them, of course, former teammates. Then we come to Silver Class Championship leader Tim Krushwa, who is not quite enough ahead of Taurus to take the championship from here, but between them, sandwiched is Forrest McCormack, aka Pixel. Then in P14, it is P3 in the Drivers' Championship. It is Dominic Illigner, who needs to gain 12 points on push if he wants that P2. Behind them in P15, Nico Weltman, then Jurien Visser, not doing a last to first for once. Jack Mills lines up in P17, Ryan Nopp in 18, then Paulus Tarkus in the green Bentley in P19, Fernandez P20, then P21, Kennedy Chikeka, 22 is George Rosu, and last is Clara May, and that is our grid for today. Perfect rhymes. Let's go.
Yes. I'm reading the
Amazing.
chat here. It looks like we do have we got a good show up today. Hello, Chief Tipsy. I think that's Olive in the chat, and then MM Matt. I don't know who that is, but hello, welcome. And then we have Joel and Dragon. So hello everyone. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I need to turn some of the settings up because I can't see the track or the track.
That's not normal.
Yeah, I can't see the track, the track conditions on here. Like, it just looks dry for me, even though it's not. As we get going with the formation lap.
Yeah. One thing to mention for that fight in Silver Class, of course, is for those who aren't that familiar with it, the championships work that way. We have got the overall championship and the Silver Class Championship, and they are two different scoring systems. So one of them is the MotoGP, the overall is the MotoGP scoring system, so P1 to P15 score in, it goes 25, 20, 16, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, and so on, until P15. So that's one championship, and it's the one all the pro drivers are looking at, and the silver drivers can also have a position, and then there's the exclusive Silver Class Championship that just disregards every non-silver driver and just pretends they don't exist and takes F1 points from there. So right now, with Giacotti, I think still being a reserve and not a Silver Class driver, even though the server says something else, That means Maciejewski right now would get 25 points, and then Bans would, or René Bun would get 18 points, and then it's 15 for Krushva and 12 for Torres, which would be enough to tie the championship there, or make it so that Torres has to win the next one and Sanix needs to DNF from the next one if Torres still wants to win. So that's the situation right now. Basically, Torres needs to finish out of Sanix if he wants any chance at keeping this alive, but he was really good at Suzuka. He said it was mostly down to the car, because the Lex is apparently good in the rain, but no matter what it was, if it was him or the Lexus, we've got rain again, so might just happen again. Also, I just see VVDL Red is apparently a team, so I think Jacoli is actually a full-time driver, if I'm not wrong. You're admin, fill me in, I don't know.
I don't know if he is actually, because I'm probably the worst admin that ACC has seen. But no, I think he got full time. But
oh yeah, he did. I just checked it. Yep.
Yeah.
He did. So got him in a full time seat. So
yeah.
That means that's our first ever silver class pole sitter, and that also means that. Krushva is in P4 in class and Torres is in P5, so the points gap between them would be 2 points only if they finish like that. But now we've got
my headset died. Sorry.
Oh, now we've got a start to watch as we come towards the final corner, which is ironically called Misano, and then we will start our races. What can the drivers do? Can Jacoli hold his first ever lead? Can Van den Herding just instantly take it away from him at the start? We're lined up for the grid, and the wet race of round 9 at Misano is underway. We go green, and Jacoli has a bad start. He doesn't get away at all, so Oliver has already put himself alongside him, and they are running 3 wide into turn 1. Can Jacoli take the inside line here and hold Oliver off? He can for a moment, but now Oliver has got the inside line, so he's up to P2. The Mercedes out of the Ferrari, and now the Ferrari tanks another position. That's Maciejewski getting alongside his fellow silver class driver, looking to take class lead. A little bit wiggly there, because there's not a lot of grip there, as Ruben already goes into the distance. There's Carsten on the inside in the red Bentley alongside his teammate. Behind them lined up are Brabner and Stricker. Actually, that is a little bit shaky there for Bans, who squirms quite a lot. Brabner goes off track, and that opens the door for Samuel Chumley now in the green Audi on the inside on Brabner. The two of them both side by side. On the inside of Stricker, that is Bans, and Bans sends both of them spinning.
Oh no, and he got 3.
And there goes. Oh,
Mills, no!
Tarkos! And Tarkos gets collected, and there's someone else in the background, so that we've got big drama already. Let's actually rewatch that. We've got, we're getting a replay of that. So
yeah, that was Rene going into the back of Sam, I think, and causing a chain reaction, so not what you want to see.
Yeah, here he goes. There on the inside, sticks it in on Brabner and goes a little deep, and he just sends them dominoing off track. Brabner gets collected, so unlucky in the back. Velden, Taco spin, Mills collects, and this is so unlucky. Huge crash, and so many drivers already out of the race, or down the order quite a bit. So this is some tragic scenes at the race start here. Back to live. Did we miss anything? I don't think we did. Oliver still
Mills was just vibing. Oh no, Mills is around again! Mills, no!
Let's see what happened there. I'm gonna watch the replay. Oh, he was in the inside of Fernandez, I believe. Oh yeah, it's a collision with Fernandez, and no, in the rain it just goes round. So Mills no counters at 2.
2 in 1 lap, unfortunately.
Yeah. So back to live, this time for real. So it is Light Cruiser in P1 in his Lamborghini, ahead of the Frenchman Antoine Olivet. Then it's Jacoli. Maciejewski actually behind Jacoli. I don't know if we missed something there, but so silver lead.
It's been like that.
Okay, so silver class lead not decided between the two of them. And Carsten, oh, there goes Jacoli. Actually, he's got a brilliant run on Olivet, and he looks like an absolute master in the rain so far as he attacks around the outside of the Ferrari at Misano, feeling quite at home, you could say.
Is he actually gonna get this
side by side? What a mover at the outside. Okay.
Yeah, Olivet has the better grip there, though, so yeah, he's not going to be able to get it done there, as Maciejewski now might make his way through, as actually going down the inside is Karsten, but no, he's, is he going to be able to get his teammate here? No, Maciejewski's not wanting to give it to him, so no team order is going on at Polnet Racing, but
angry flashing of lights.
But
Jakub,
yes.
Alex is
No,
fast.
he might have a
Oh no!
run
What
here.
did Carsten do? Carsten's gone off into the gravel track.
no!
What happened there?
I think he just lost the rear. What happened there? So our... oh no! He gets collected there. He rejoins
Oh,
in the,
no.
not the best spot.
Well,
so,
I'm stuck in the replay, unfortunately. So we're gonna
Yeah,
rewatch this
he-
on
he-
board and then. Oh
Yeah,
no!
he just rejoined at a worse spot.
How
As
did
oh,
that
that's
go?
Noppin, and yeah, Noppin makes a bit of contact. So now Carsten is
Give
down
me a
the
second,
back
Triton.
of the field.
Give me a second, Triton. I need to catch up. I'm still not in the live feed yet. Oh yeah, there he gets collected by another car. So Carsten sent to the back of the grid, and this
Yeah, and while we
unusual
weren't
mistake.
looking,
Yeah.
while we weren't looking, Maciejewski gets past Oli, gets past
Giaccoli,
Giaccoli there, but now he loses the rear. Is Giaccoli gonna be able to make
We're
it?
still not live.
Yeah. I'm still watching this live. We got yellows again. 301. That's Kennedy
There you go.
Chikeka off.
Oh
So
no.
yeah, this is everyone struggling here, and it's only gonna get worse. These conditions are really treacherous as it is. So
My
yeah,
God.
this is this is
chaos.
getting this is getting very wild here. Crucifer and Rene, both the McLaren Honda 6th and 7th, but I don't think Rene
And
is
another
going
yellow.
to
51.
yeah, that's,
That is wait, what happened to Sam?
that's Kimi.
Oh yeah, Chris and Sam also dropping. So I think maybe they had a little coming together. I don't know, but yeah. So let's calm down for a second. Little status report. So we've got Ruben van den Herding, AK Light Cruiser, leading this race. He's won in Kyalami and he's looking in good shape now. Then it is Antoine Olivet in P2, Maciejewski leading silver in P3 ahead of P2 in silver class, Jack Colley. P5 is Jasper Smelt, who's come from, I think, P10? Yeah, he's come from P10. And
Giaccoli loses the rear.
My God.
But yeah, he's starting to struggle a bit. Maybe overcooking it just a tiny bit. He should just get his head down a bit and recollect himself here, because he did have the pace. He was on the back of Olive, so we know he is able to keep up with these guys. But yeah, he's starting to lose it just a bit. These are treacherous conditions, of course. So
yeah, Blinken, you'll miss something, as we've got another yellow, and it's car number 23 around, I think. No, that's number 22. Who is 23? That is I'm legally blind. It's Gonzalo, I think Gonzalo Fernandez in the McLaren. So he needs to redirect this car in the right direction. Anyways, in silver class, actually, yeah, Marius Torres is down to P14, so that has brought Tim Krushva into championship winning position now. He's just ahead of his teammate, and the two are running line astern as they both go a little bit deep there, which is scary because it's the Porsche and it is raining and it is a curb. And Chikeka, no. Wait, where?
Oh no.
Yeah, he is off. So losing quite a lot of drivers, but still got a tight pack. Olive looks like he might have the pace on Ruben, so we might actually see an unusual fight for the win here today between Antoine Olive, the Frenchman, and the Dutch Ruben van den Herding, who's won plenty of races here as another...
Can I just say real quick? Urian Visser, aka Dragon, I don't know where he started, but I don't think he started very high. He's up to P9 right now, keeping his... he started P16, he's up to P9, so this is looking very good for him. Having a solid race so far. Hopefully I didn't mills him, but
oh no.
yeah, or alleviate him for that matter. But yeah, let's hope he can keep it under control. Okay, I'm careful with my words. Also, Pixel or McCormack up in P10, so he's looking decent. Brabner recovering a bit after getting collected there in that early skirmish, as Chikeka's out of the race. So.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, Chief saying he wants me to commentate a UFC fight, but what's the difference between this race and a UFC fight, really? I mean, look at the carnage.
Tipsy says that he loves them all for racing in these conditions. I agree. This is not. And it's gonna get worse in a few minutes, I think.
Yeah, it is. Look the top right corner, everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, Smelt! Smelt goes really deep there. This is, of course, a very infamous spot of Misano. We had, how do you say? If you watch us starting soon long enough, you'll spot this corner is a very special spot in it. There, maybe some people died.
Yeah. Right now, though, the Lamborghini there with Jasper Smelt doesn't look to be as planted as Crucivar is, because look how much more he has. It seems as though he's got way better grip at the moment, and he's already trying to get alongside him, but unable to do it, of course, being in a Porsche. He's not exactly fast in a straight line, but I don't think that's going to matter too much here because of the rain. So we'll have to see what he's able to do here, and Rene is right behind him as well, trying to slide, probably going to try and find a way through along with him. But yeah, so far so good for Smelt, holding it together. Excuse me, holding it together. But yeah, you can see Phoenix gaining on him through every corner.
Also, I know it's always difficult to get... Well, we're keeping an eye on this. I don't want to miss anything, but going on a little bit of a tangent, I think one of the most competitive fights we've got this season is the fight for P2 in the championship, because I mean, I call it midfield, but it's still the fight for P2. Our front midfield, everyone behind Carsten, is still really competitive and really close, and there's usually some good racing, so that is a hard-fought spot. And the fact that Brabner got involved in that collision at the start through no fault of his own has given Illigna, after his absolutely, I mean, for his standards for sure, terrible qualifying, I'm sure you would agree, given him the chance to come back at George. He would gain 3 points. As is, he needs to gain 12 points over this and the next race.
Crucivar goes off the curb there a bit, so now he's gonna lose some time. I don't know if Rene is gonna have a look down the inside. They might, yeah. He's gonna. I think he's gonna give him a run at it instead. So yeah. Luckily, Fernando and Maximilian Verstappen are not going to have to worry yet, but it depends on how fast
Triton,
he is.
I need to make a confession, Triton.
What's up?
This is the first time I noticed that they don't run the same livery.
Yeah, don't worry, so did I. I've noticed it a little bit ago, and I was like, I don't want to say anything.
29
Oh, Nico, no!
Oh, he's off, and he's already disconnected, so someone doesn't like rain driving. Nico Weltman
no.
spins out of P60. By the way, Carsten's still going. You would expect someone to just not do anything after that, but he's still going in P15, even though suffering from quite a lot of fatigue. He didn't actually want to drive today. He said if he can find some last energy, he might, and he has found some last energy. And it's enough energy to keep him in this race. He's, of course, coming off the back of a 24-hour race where they got plenty of rain driving practice. Talking about the, I think, RCI.
It was Kailami in the wet, right?
Yes.
Oh, dear.
RCI 24 hours of Kailami. I think there was rain in 6 different occasions. So it, like, transitioned all the time. And, I mean, their team had a nightmare. Because I think they got punted twice and then disconnect set them back 10 seconds. So they finished, like, practically last, but it's of course not their fault if it's a hardware issue. It's just very sad, as Chris and Taurus are giving us a fight into turn 1. Fernandez is spun somewhere. They are gonna run side by side through the Variante della, I forgot the name, Variante del Paco. Variante del Paco. I'm very prepared here. So that has moved on.
I don't know
Chris.
the corner names, so don't worry. The rain is still gonna get worse, it's saying, as the time goes on here, so yeah, we gotta watch out. As going off the road there is Tacos, so giving them a bit of time. As Brabner now catching up to the back of McCormack. So Pixel
Tacos
might be under...
Yeah, Tacos is maybe gonna lose a position as they head into Quacha, which, as far as I'm aware, means Oak, as they run side by side. Yeah, a little bit of a wiggle from Tacos. Doesn't look very fast. Obviously not quite on top of the car right there, and Chris just uses that opportunity and goes past. He, of course, also one of the 24-hour warriors, so also practiced in the rain, as Torres wants to slip through as well. He sees the open door that Tacos has got on his inside. Carsten's waiting behind them, and he's gonna follow right with them as he looks to make it too wide with Paulos Tacos. He spun here earlier, as we actually... Okay, Carsten has to yield there, which is the sensible thing to do. I mean, he's got bad experience from this corner earlier in the race. Better to not go for anything too risky. So... Oh! Even though it's a boat, the Bentley doesn't look to deal very well in with the waters.
Meanwhile, I hate to interrupt you, but Olive has caught up to the back of Van den Hutting for the lead.
Wow.
So I don't know if Van den Hutting made a mistake somewhere. It doesngoing to look like it by the lap times. It just seems that Olive has been faster consistently throughout the laps, and yeah, he is now going to be trying to pile on the pressure to Van den Hutting and get a race win. I believe his first since like season 2. I don't know if he won in season 3 or not.
Never won a race.
He hasn't? I'm pretty sure
Oliver
he has.
has never won a race, no. Oh, has he? No, I'm pretty...
I am fairly certain he won somewhere.
No, he didn't, because he No, he can't have, because in Season 3 he beat me to P2 at Nürburgring, and it was like his greatest accomplishment, and that was when Carsten was there, so since then no one has really won. So I'm pretty sure he's never won a race. Ruben, on the other hand, has won plenty of races. Well, I actually don't know how many, at least 2. He's won the last race, of course, and he's won the first ever race at Monza, and I think some in Season 2 because he was seriously challenging for the championship there, and now he wants to add one more to his collection. That might prove difficult. Brabham, in the meantime, by the way, got past McCormack, so up to P10 for him, only 2 positions behind Illigner now, which means the deficit after this race of Illigner would be 10 points if they stay as they are. But Illigner doesn't look too fond of the wet weather driving, to say the least.
So far, I don't. It looks, yeah, Maciejewski's not catching them from the looks of it, but Jacoli is starting to catch back up for that podium position after losing the lead on the start. And the 3 behind, or 4 behind now, actually, because Illigner's starting to catch them. Going to be fighting it out as well, the 2 Porsches and Smelt.
And, yeah. 5/10's the gap. It's difficult. I mean, it's difficult enough in the dry to overtake. This just changes the dynamics a little bit of the race, because usually Misano is one of these tracks where, you know, you can get a move if you're a lot quicker, because then you're able to get a proper run out of Tramonto, I believe it's called. Yeah, Tramonto, which is the corner we're going through right now, onto the back straight that has like 3 bends in it, which means it's basically an extended straight, so you can overtake here. It just needs to happen on the brakes. But now in the wet weather, you can't run side by side here. It's impossible, basically. So the thing is, this takes away a vital overtaking opportunity, so you have to wait for the car ahead to make mistakes more than you would in the dry. But because it's wet, there are gonna be more mistakes. So there is more to abuse there. So if you're clean, you're gonna get rewarded and eventually get that position. You just need to bring yourself in position to do exactly that. And I believe Oliver has done that sufficiently. Now he just needs to keep at it and hope for Ruben to make a mistake.
Meanwhile, sorry to interrupt you there. Yeah, Illigner loses the rear a bit and nearly slides out, but catches it. But loses a lot of time there to the fighting pair here. Sorry for my silence. I was scheduling something, but yeah, I'm like trying to keep an eye on this and schedule a dentist appointment at the same time. Yeah.
I can talk all day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm trying to keep my voice, or I'm trying to keep try not to talk too much because my tooth is in extreme pain
there
right
goes Carsten. Well, get well soon to you. And Chris might also need some help, as he's got an angry Bentley diving down his inside.
But he tells him no to that. He tries
but
to
Carsten
just
comes back at him around the outside, and now it's gonna turn into the inside. So Carsten gets the move done here as Chris runs off track. I mean, this he needs to concede into Rio here. I'm flexing my corner name knowledge because I looked at a track map once. Let's go.
Let's go.
So yeah, I mean, he's gotten that move done. That was quite the good one. I mean, that would have been difficult in the dry even, and he pulled it off in the wet, which is quite impressive. Takos is the first one to do a scheduled pit stop with 43 minutes to go. I don't know the undercut situation in the rain. It's difficult to call.
Yeah, I don't know if that rain is gonna get worse in another 10 minutes, or if that means just 30 minutes into the race it's gonna get worse. But I don't know if it's getting worse. Oh no! Jacoli spins and loses the rear, and he's off the track. Oh no!
How did that happen? Let me have a look in the replay. Has it
lost the rear?
Oh no! This is a left-hander. Where are you going? Oh no! Well,
and now Illigner might add some more salt to the wound here, because yeah, there's Smelt, Rene, and Crucifer all getting through, and now he's down to P7 from pole, so that's unfortunate. And yeah, Illigner's now right on the back of him. So still Olive piling the pressure on to Van den Hutting, but unable to find a way through still. That Lamborghini is just a tad bit better in a straight line, and Van den Hutting just a tad bit faster throughout the lap. and even though Olive does look racy, he's not able to put a way through or find an opening here.
This would be a really important position for Illigna to gain, because he needs to put cars between himself and Brabner, as there's currently no cars between him and Brabner. Brabner definitely with the pace on him, so that this doesn't look good for Dominic in the championship. For P2, right now he would gain, I can't calculate, let me, that is 11, 10, I think 8 points. Well, that's definitely wrong, but let's just say it's 8. He would get 8 points, Push would gain 7 points, so if you can do a little bit of maths, you know that that's a difference of 1 point, which is not enough.
I can't even read, so
yeah.
How do you expect me to do math?
I mean, you don't need to read, you just need to count, it's fine. As,
I can't read numbers.
Wow, goes a little bit deep. We've also got a spinner, that is Forrest McCormack.
Pixel, no!
Who's in a very peculiar position. Is that the wrong? No, it's not. How did he spin there? I do not know. Yeah, if someone knows, tell me. I am genuinely interested. So, Illigna, how long can he withstand the pressure? It actually looks like he can't any longer, because Push has got some absolute speed, and he goes down his inside a little bit overcooked maybe, but he parks it right in front of Illigna's car, and they make contact, but it's a fine move. Brabner gets through up into P8, so now Illigna, in a hypothetical world where they finish like this, 13 points down in the championship instead of 12, and that would carry to Bathurst, and that would require him to put on a masterclass if he still wants to finish second in this championship. And actually, more than that is at stake, I believe, because, let me check, Antoine Olivet and Ruben van den Herding are gonna come breathing down their necks. Olivet is... Well, Olivet is sufficiently adrift of them. Olivet is 26 points behind Illigna, but Ruben van den Herding is only 4 points behind him, and he's currently leading this race, so he could still get himself involved in this championship fight. He's got 16 points of a disadvantage on Brabner, so actually, if you're able to do maths, then you recognize that that means that it is close, but right now I think Ruben would take P2 in the championship coming into Bathurst, if they finish like that, because it's 25 points for Ruben, and as he drives into the pit, does he? Yeah, he covers off the undercut of Olivet, so it would be 25 points for Ruben, and...
they're both hitting now here, the top, or was it 4th, 5th, and 6th, so both McLaren Hondas and Smelt.
Trigon racing cars, yeah.
Yeah, so, and also, I think Van den Herding is also in the pits as well.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I noticed. Yeah, you noticed that earlier, my bad. Yeah, and so both Trigons and both McLaren, Honda, Porsche, Fernando Alonso, Maximilian Verstappen racing Portuguese division team. Anyways,
yeah,
Kimi also into the pits, so everyone's starting to pit here. The track has gone down 1 degree, so...
Oh, no.
A whole degree, guys. Yeah. This is gonna change a lot, I swear. But yeah, Olivet is in clear air now. Let's see how he fares in this, because he did look fast, and his personal best was quite a bit faster than Van den Herding. So if he has enough pace in it to pull this gap, let's see if he has it, or let's see if he's able to do it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to wait and see.
By the way, this is also opening an opportunity for Blue and Gold Dress Racing Team, aka Antoine Olivet and George Brabner, to try and get themselves ahead of Maciejewski and Karsten in the team championship. The gap coming into this race, 33 points, and now Brabner and Olivet are running in solid positions, both of them. Maciejewski's running in a really good position, but Karsten is a little bit down the order as he still tries to recover from the nightmare that was his first stint. Well, I mean, it wasn't all bad, but he had one significant mistake there and then got collected, so definitely something to recover from, and this might give them the chance to get close enough so that we've got a race for the constructors next week in Man Panorama.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. Olivet stays on another lap.
Yep.
So, still Yeah, I mean, let's see what his lap times are looking like. He did a 42.3. Let's see where
Van Herding, yeah.
where's Van Harding? He did a oh, that's because he hasn't finished the lap. Yeah, 51.3. Yeah, that's because of the that's because of the pit stop. But we'll keep an eye on his next lap. So 41.7 though is Olive's best, and I think a 42 something is Van Harding's.
Yeah, 42.1, and now we're gonna see his last lap is gonna be 40. I called it too early. 42. No, wait. Oh, it's a 2 minute. Oh, right. Yeah, this is his ad lap. I thought this was the second ad lap. So we. Okay.
Oh, what's happened here? Clara's slow.
Oh no.
I think letting Fernandez through.
Okay.
I don't know if there was contact between them and
Fernandez.
Clara. Yeah. Hopefully nothing happened there. But either way, it's nice sportsmanship if that was the case. Is Olive pitting? Yeah, he's pitting now. Is Maciejewski gonna follow him in? Yeah, he is too. So 4 seconds between them. Jacoli is probably going to as well. Maybe is he going to join them? We'll have to see. Brabner might.
Oh, the 27's off Mills. No.
Mills, no.
We're gonna watch that. I'm so sorry,
3 times
Mills,
now.
but this has to be on stream, just for the meme.
Karsten, meanwhile, oh no, he hasn't pit. I was gonna say he's up to P7, but he still doesn't make his pit up.
Yeah, we're just.
But I mean, look how fast he is. He's in the 41s right now still. 41.5 last time around. 41.9, and his best is a 41 flat. So, Olive, for reference, Olive is doing that as his personal best, and he did that a while ago. So Karsten is, I mean, again, putting into perspective how rapid he is. But let's see where he comes out. Let's see where Olive comes out. This is going to be important for him. Fernandez there, who's a lapped, or going to be a lapped car, is coming down the order here. As here comes Van Harding. Where is he?
Not again.
Oh no. Okay, but I think did Olive get him here? Because car 17, I'm keeping an eye on it.
This is a really long pit lane, so
yeah.
We don't.
Van Harding there, yeah, is coming.
24, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be right with each
other.
Yeah,
he's got him. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, he does.
So and now the effective race leader here, Antoine Olive. So great job from him. Great overcut, working out beautifully for him. And now he's on better tires too. So this is going to play out very well. And Van Harding is going to have to do something incredible here if he wants to catch up, because we've seen the pace. Yeah, 42.4 last time around for him. So yeah, that's not enough when Olive was doing 42.3s on worn tires. So.
I wonder though if Olive's tires are gonna be cold enough to give Ruben a last shot. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this. But it looks fine for now. Just imagine in the wet they're gonna be a little bit bad coming out of the pit lane.
Yeah, meanwhile we're getting blue flags here for Fernandez. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gonna let them go. Thankfully, we had this discussion last week where for those who don't know, the blue flags in GT3s work where you don't have to let them go. They have to race past you. You just don't fight. I think people just don't fight as hard or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how it.
If someone takes the inside, you give it to them, basically.
Yeah, but you don't have to let them go. In F1, you have to let them. You have to pull over and like slow down for them.
Okay, this is of course the perfect place to discuss this. But I thought we'd do it. I thought we'd enforce them. Like, I think you have to let someone past, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's how we do it. Yeah, that's how we do it.
Yeah, so it's different from... you were gonna get to that.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, but usually, yeah, my argument, or I'm talking about how usually we do, or usually the GT3 rule would be to just like, you don't have to let anyone go, but we do it F1 style where you have to let them go after a certain amount of time. And if you don't, then we start to potentially give out warnings. I think we don't really come down too hard on it because it really depends, and most of the time it's like there's usually a decent reason for it, like the car behind is not close enough or something like that.
I mean, but usually it's just maybe a little spicy, but there's
I should also mention, Brabner jumped all of these guys. So Crucibar, Smelt, and Rene, and Crucibar got past Smelt there as well. So he's currently up the order again, and Brabner getting a really good overcut as well. So the overcut seems to be working out good here. And we'll have to see what he does coming up to Clara, who's lapped down As oh, that's Fernandez off the road there, so he spun around, unfortunately. But yeah, up
Joins
ahead.
Clara. So
Up ahead.
yeah,
Oops, sorry.
Jacoli in the meantime has entered the pit lane, and Illigna is still trying to stretch his legs on this on these tires. Oh, Pixel with a drive-through.
Oh no, Pixel!
Pixel. Well, that is
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
As oh, okay. I thought Carson lost the rear a bit there. He's still in the 41s on worn tires, and he hasn't stopped. So yeah, he's 41.6 right now. Was his last time out. And the rain is going to get worse in a minute, it says again, so it's going to get even worse.
Yeah, 6 seconds the gap between Illigna and Karsten, which, I mean, Illigna is a little down the order. He's like P8 or something, so Karsten has a lot of work to do if he wants to win this race, but this overcut might be exactly the right call if he is gonna try and do that. Or at least get himself into the podium, as Illigna is behind Tarkos, who should make way. What happened to... Oh, never mind, I'm fine. Yeah, I need help, man. Jacoli is fine. It just said on my second screen, like on the broadcasting app, it said out, and I thought, wait, he DNF, but no, it just means outlap. I'm incredibly intelligent.
Don't worry. I would know all about being intelligent, I swear, because that's something that I wish I was. But anyways, as Carson finally calls it quits with this, and he's into the pits now, so we'll see how. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. He's calling or bailing out on this on these tires. Him and Illigna are both yeah into the pit lane there. So let's see where Olive and Van der Hutting are right now. They're like you said, this is a long-ish pit lane.
Yeah, I mean you cut the entire Variante de Paca, or I think that's, I mean, if you're gonna name drop all the code names, you gotta be sure it's a Variante del Paco. I'm bad at this.
Okay, we're halfway through. So if the weather report was proper, as Mills is going to let the leaders through here, yeah, it should be getting worse now, the rain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the viewers are aware, but in the top right you can see the weather forecast, and it just always goes a few minutes into the future, so we can see in 30 minutes it still has the plus, which means, you know, it's still gonna rain in 30 minutes, so we're getting rain till the end of the race. And the plus means it's getting worse, so...
So yeah, Carson is coming out of the pits now. He's gonna be slotting in here with
Mills! I don't know if he cost Ruben some time, maybe, I don't know. So, maybe there's gonna be some discussion after the race, but Ruben is certainly down 1.5 seconds now. Maciejewski is still third, by the way. Jacoli still fourth after his spin. Wait, is Illig... Wait, okay, then... Right, so, then it's Brabner in a... Wait. Illigna...
Yeah, Brabner overcut them.
I guess. Yeah,
Illigna also has done it as well. Illigna's overcut them as well. So Crucifer, Smelt, and Rene all losing out by pitting early, it seems. So... and Carson as well has gained a lot here as Rene goes a bit wide there and now is going to be under threat from the champion-elect here as he tries to defend it. Yeah.
We democratically decided to give Carsten the win. That's how it works.
Yeah, I'm shout-outs to Mark Harrison for that term.
Cutting down the inside, and now is he gonna do something spooky here, is Carsten? Let's watch on board as he pulls alongside the Porsche, and it's a Porsche, so he can just do that. The champion-elect elects to just insert himself on the inside of Bands.
Oh, Cruz was off the track and he collects Smelt!
Oh, and he collects Carsten!
Well!
What? What just happened?
Oh no!
They can't catch a break. Let's watch the replay of that.
Carson's out. Yeah, Carson is out of the race. He just called it.
I'm sorry, replay time. It is Krushva, our championship leader in silver class, just loses it. And yeah, as you say, Smelt gets collected, and there comes Carsten, and oh god, that is so unlucky. My god.
And Carsten, yeah, has decided he has had enough and is retiring for the first time this season and the first time since Belgium last season. So yeah, that is
everything to script.
Yeah, according to the script, yes. But no, that
I wrote it. I know. No.
Yeah, That's not it's not gonna sit well with Smelt, and it's especially not going to sit well with Carson as we got another yellow. That's 45, and Rene's off now. Oh,
What?
Rene, no.
What's going on? I can't keep up, mate. I can't keep up. Let me. We're going replay time again, okay? We're watching another Porsche doing what the Porsche does best. Spinala. Oh god. I mean, I literally mentally jinxed them because I was about to say that the two of them looked all over the shot all over the shop. I think that's right. In Suzuka, where it was raining as well, and they looked really competitive here. So I wondered what changed because I thought the Porsche was just terrible in the rain, but they did really well here, and now it's all fallen apart. I shouldn't have thought of it. Now I'm committing thought crimes against the drivers here. It's
yes.
quite funny. Let's go. So bounce down to P10.
Let's go.
Actually, where does it put all of them in relationship to Taurus? They're still enough ahead of Taurus to be, or Krushwa still ahead enough of Taurus to be the silver class champion after this. So, but yeah, they take a hit, and Maciejewski and
Quite
Giaccoli.
literally.
Yes, certainly Maciejewski and Giaccoli are gonna fight the silver class win out amongst themselves, unless I've just committed another one.
Ahead. I think Olive made a slight mistake somewhere. He lost half a second to Vanden Hutting, and I don't know if that's gonna be the catalyst or not. But this has put Vanden Hutting on the back of him. But we know Olive does seem to have the pace, so let's see if he can pull that gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vanden Hutting is closing in a bit, and that might be all he needs to do to just, get in his head that and let him know that he is nearby. And Maciejewski's not too far off these guys, so any slip up, and that's gonna put him in the race winning position, or in a race winning potential here.
So, Olive, I mean, I don't know if this is going into his head. I mean, as you say, Ruben is letting him know that he's there. As an intelligent man would say, Oliver's got the knowledge of knowing that Ruben is right there.
Yes.
It's a new meme. Let's go. So, that of course means that he knows if he makes a mistake, Ruben is gonna be right there to take the burden of fighting for your first ever win away of him. He'll very willingly do that. So he needs to be. I mean, Oliver needs to be really careful to not give Ruben the opportunity to take this away from him. And just alone the thought of that, there comes the point where you just become self-conscious about everything you're doing while driving, if you are too excited. And Mills, no!
Mills, no!
Amazing. So, I mean, not amazing, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, while Mills exploring off track a little more. Yeah, how much does this go to Oliver Head? You need some mental. You definitely need some mental resistance to make sure you don't just choke at the thought of potentially winning your first race. I remember in that China race in 2SRL for the last 2 laps, I was just shaking. It was like, I'm sorry to do this to all of you, but it was like manual breathing for driving inputs. I just lost all muscle memory. I didn't know what to do anymore just because I realized this could be the first time, the first win. And maybe, I mean, I don't know how much Antoine is going to experience that right now. But right now, 1.2 seconds. He seems to have the pace on him as he gets an, I mean, in his perspective for sure, annoying Bentley between himself and Ruben. But that's also now annoying to Ruben because that Bentley... Oh, that Bentley parks there. He's holding him up. That's...
Oh, Mills, no!
Not
oh, that's a big one this time.
Mills!
He just went flying off the road.
Oh, that's,
no.
That's wrong. Oh, no. Well, anyway, so...
No.
That was George Rosu, I'm pretty sure, who just got into Ruben's way, and that's buying Oliver some time, or how he might think of it, some, freebie... Yeah, freebies on making little mistakes. Also,
what happened here?
Yeah,
Giaccoli made another mistake.
Yeah, Giaccoli's...
Yeah, and Brabner's up.
Yeah, Giaccoli's dropping between Brabner and Illigner, and we are getting to the point of this race, or of this standings, where the gaps between positions and points are extending, so the gap from P4, which gives let me do maths. It's 13 points. Yeah, 13 points for Brabner and 10 points for Illigner. So instead of the usual 2 points for 2 places, it is now 3 points for 2 places, which means Illigner is even more incentivized to get himself ahead of Jacoli here and make sure that Brabner is in catching distance for that Bathurst race. Because if there's a race where someone can just where a good driver can just get a 0 points race and not score at all because of an incident, it is probably Bathurst. So it's important for Illigner to get himself in a position where that gap is still closable, where he still has
Mills
a shot.
is into the pits. I think Mills said
Probably.
would be yeah, he cut it there, I think, unfortunately. But yeah.
Slash, I would gladly do that, and I'm annoyed about it as well all the time, but there is, this is the broadcasting client of ACC, I would have to reprogram it for a transition animation. Or I would have to animate one and then hit a hotkey the same time I do the replay. Just everything that is replay has no HUD. If there's no HUD, it's replay. That's basically the way you can tell. But I get that it's annoying. So, after that little explaining session, Maciejewski's still third. The gap to Brabner is, what's that, 9.4 points, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly, seconds. 9.4 seconds. So, that looks... I mean, that looks relatively safe, but in the rain you never know. This is, you can also change the unit, and instead of calculating the gap in seconds, you could also calculate it in, 1 off track or half a spin or something like that. And that all puts it into perspective that this is not that big of a gap, if you think about it properly. Illigner, how close is he to Jacoli? Well, he's certainly close to... to getting yeeted by those curbs, because they like to do that, the sausage curbs. I'm actually surprised how many drivers have been taking the sausage curbs today without getting launched. And Illigner putting himself at risk there of getting exactly that treatment. 1.6 seconds behind Jacoli. So this is doable, maybe. Jacoli probably out of the top 5, the driver who's made the most mistakes so far this race. He's qualified on pole. It's been dropping a little bit since, which is not a shame. It happens in the rain. But... That means that the chance for Illigner is still there to get that P5 and get that extra point. Also, another driver I haven't mentioned in years, but I saw being mentioned in chat, is Jurien Visser, aka Dragon, who is running in P9 from P16. He's 4th in class, actually. And if there's another mistake from Sanix, then he could be on for his first silver class podium, which would be quite an impressive performance. We know that, according to Marius, the Lexus is good in the rain, so maybe that's what Visser's taking advantage of, or he's just genuinely good in the rain, or both. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, meanwhile, Jacoli is starting to struggle quite a bit more here, but he's still a little bit faster than Illigner that time around, but he is losing time overall. And let's keep an eye on the lead here. 1.4 still, so Olive still has this so far.
Yeah, this is going up and down, because, I mean, after that, how's he called? Rosu, right, after that Rosu intervention, I think it went to 1.6, and since then we've been at 1.1 at some point, now we're back to 1.4, so it tells you that this gap is quite a lot, but it's not consistent. So, both parties making mistakes. Speaking of mistakes, so that happened, and well, we see it again. So yeah, this might well not be determined by pace, but just by by who makes the least mistakes out of the two of them, which is it's a stressful way to have your race determined, because you can minimize the risks by just driving slower, but then you open the door for the guy behind, so you need to keep it at a reasonable level. And Rubener's doing more than that, as he's putting in a PB that is 41.9, which basically exactly matches Antoine's time from this lap, so they are running very similar pace here. And yeah, he's doing what he needs to do if he wants to win this race.
Yeah, but things are kind of calming down now, I think. Everything except
everyone's
kind of just... Yeah, so everyone is kind of biding their time, I guess, and vibing a bit, just trying to do whatever at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been a roller coaster of a grid change here, I guess. Karsten out. Olivier van den Hudding swapping the lead there. 4th through 6th dropping down the order pretty much and losing out. Smelt, Christopher and Rene down. And Illigner and Brabner recovering after getting spun around lap 1 to look where they are.
I don't think Illigner's having some German internet right there! Oh no!
Uh-oh.
It's the telecom, no! It's fine.
Telecom, no! I think we're fine.
Yeah, I actually don't think he's at telecom, but it's just German internet, you know. It's funny. We've got worse internet than Bulgaria and Romania. Which, I mean, nothing against those countries, but Germany, you know, considered a powerhouse in Europe in the internet, not so much.
That's the same could be said for Australia, like, as defined as a developed country.
Yeah. But
yeah, they have some questionable internet service there.
at least,
unless you're in Melbourne.
I was gonna say at least they are the only country on their continent that has more than 2 square meters of land, so the comparison is easier.
Yes.
I'm sorry, New Zealand.
Oh no! But yeah, no. Speaking of Australia, we are gonna be finishing off there next week, I believe. Back to Triton Land, so to speak. Return to Monkey. But,
it's true. That's Fernandez.
Van den Hudding, meanwhile, has put in another PB, 0.6 this time around. Olivier, 0.8. So both of them lapping faster, but Van den Hudding lapping just a bit faster because the track has stopped. The track has the rain has started to stabilize.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna just get probably a little bit more grippy. Tiny bit maybe. I don't know how the physics work in this game.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no wet line evolution, as you know. In real life, you kind of take different lines in the wet. Like you drive wide through corners. That doesn't happen here. You just drive your normal lines. But
same as in
Formula 1, yeah.
I believe that's how it is in F1 20.
Better than in F1 though. I think in F1 the rain is just a grip multiplier. I think here it's actually somewhat simulated across the track.
Yeah, in 2017 I remember, there was actually some benefit to going on to the because the marble they simulate the marbles at least in the F1 games, but they don't really do much in the they don't serve their purpose in the wet. They just
that's Clara.
444. Clara, no.
No, wait. I've seen this before. This reminds me of the clip. Same corner. He goes off and spins and spins and spins from the I don't know what it was, blank pen or something, where someone is off track there.
That just on like 20 times.
I mean, this is not a tough prediction. After this race, that clip will be in the ACC discussions chat like 10 times.
Oh yeah, no.
Independent from me mentioning it, because it's probably the first
POV, you are racing the season 4 round 9 Misano Grand Prix and ACC 2SRL.
POV, you spin and spin and spin.
You are Mills.
Oh no!
No!
Why you gotta do a boy like that?
Sorry, Mills. I say these things because Mills, I'm biased towards Mills, not biased against Mills.
Yeah, you tried to hide it by insulting him. I get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can take his anger out on me in the FIA meeting, or...
It's true.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you a penalty.
It's gonna give me a penalty for commentating wrong.
It's true.
Yeah.
Poor Slash, he was just making constructive criticism. No. Anyways, Illigner, who is avoiding me trying to give him the stamp of someone who can't overtake. I just do that to cover teammate bias, of course. He's trying to avoid that stamp today by just not being close enough to overtake anyone. Right now, 3 seconds behind Giacolli, and that gap looks like it's extending a little bit, so Giacolli certainly has got some pace. I know that Wow has put most of his focus recently on iRacing, I believe, so Maybe ACC took a little bit of a hit there. I didn't see him on the game frequently, and his recent performances might just mirror that. Though it is... Oh, Clara, no! This is gonna be a theme now. Like, this is gonna be Clara no versus Mills no.
Yeah, meanwhile, the Van Hutting is starting to pile on more pressure up front on Olive. And we've got 10 minutes to go. It feels like it's been forever, but it got slow at times, but this was still an exciting race.
Actually, honestly, for me, it feels like it's rushing past because I've said like one very long sentence since 30 minutes into the race. That's why for me the time's flying.
For me, yeah, it's How does this? I don't know. The times when all hell was breaking loose, it was like flying, and then we got to like halfway through the race, and then it just slowed because then everyone just backed off.
It's
but now
Van
Hutting.
It's because I'm not giving you any chances to talk. So.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, right now Van Hutting, 0.6 is the gap. It's gonna be a little bit less, I think, over the line here. Let's see. Olive crosses. He's gonna do a 41.9. Van Hutting 41.5. So 0.4.
Wow.
And that's a PB for him as well. So he is flying here, and Olive might be starting to struggle a bit here.
Olive not getting slower, it's just Ruben getting faster, because the PB of Olive stands at 41.7, and Ruben's just improved his by a few tenths, so he's now putting the pressure on. He might get him... I mean, there's a bad pun about putting the heat on in the rain.
Is he gonna run here though? Is he gonna pull to the outside?
Oh, he's actually going for this! I didn't expect it that soon. He's gonna try carry it around the outside and crash her, and they're gonna run side by side here towards the next corner. That is gonna be the inside line for Antoine Olive as he keeps himself out, but he needs to make sure that he gets a good run there, because unless he does, he might just be the victim of Ruben.
Oh, here we go though.
Yeah, Ruben puts himself alongside in Tramonto very well as we're coming towards Corbone on the back. But as I said earlier, this is really tough to overtake as we're right on board with Ruben coming into this tough braking zone where we've seen many people spin earlier. Namely, for example, Sanix lost it here, and now the two of them are glued together here with 1/10 between them, and it's so difficult to not make a mistake, and Oliver knows that one mistake and this potential first win is gone, and you can see he's being careful. He's not using the full track on the outside there. Mills, no, coming into turn 1 now. Coming into turn 1, Ruben doesn't have a run, but maybe as soon as Oliver goes deep anywhere, Ruben will have a run, and he goes deep there. That maybe opens the door for Ruben in the dry. This would maybe be a chance, but here it is not as we go into Rio, a little bit sideways. For Ruben there, and that is, yeah, I mean, this is some really close racing between the two of them, and now we go to the prime overtaking spot again. Yeah, I mean, he's tried it here last time, he took the outside, and this time his run isn't quite good enough.
Oh, here he goes. He has a look, but then has to back out of it. Oh boy, yeah, that was nearly contact, but luckily Van Hutting notices it and keeps it clean there. But yeah, he's lost a tiny bit of time there, so he's got to get right back up to his rear end and try his best here to force Olive into a mistake, or try and get a better run here and use the superior straight line speed of the Lamborghini, which it should be superior, right, to the Mercedes?
I mean, it's difficult to say in this game. I know in AC the Lambo was an absolute rocket, but I think... Oh, the PMP, they make contact! No! They come together, and I think, yeah, he's gonna wait for him, because that is a 14-second gap to Maciejewski. They can afford to do it, and Ruben doesn't want to end it like that, which is, of course, the honorable thing to do. I wonder how the FIA is going to deal with that, because usually we don't care if someone slows down, but maybe this is something else. I do not know.
Usually they do, actually. Yeah, usually they do. They just say, like, they usually say not to, like, if you're going to do that, just keep going, but, like, if it's your choice whether or not you want to use sportsmanship and stuff there, but Like the bonks like that usually do end up with a penalty, but
yeah, but maybe
this one was a
is
slight one.
different.
So yeah,
I don't know
there are
because
different cases, of course. It
like
depends on
there's
how they look at it.
yeah, because there's nothing else lost for Oliver. Like the one the perspective he's got on this race is the race win or P2. This is where he can realistically go, barring something I don't want to think about. So I'm trying my best to jinx this this fight here for P1. And Ruben's gonna run again, I think.
Here.
Yeah, Ruben's gonna run again.
Olivier has damage a little bit on the rear. I don't know how much that's gonna affect him, but yeah, here he goes, Olivier.
Outside, can he carry it the long way? It is so difficult to find the grip there, but maybe Ruben does it. It's not enough. The long way is just too long. Captain Obvious strikes again as, yeah, Olivier keeps himself at 6 minutes to go. This is some brilliant racing. It's sad for Carsten that his race didn't go to plan at all, but at least we're gonna see at either Ruben taking a second win of the season or a maiden win for Antoine Olivier, who's been here since season 2. It's been steadily improving, and now he needs to show it against Ruben, who's breathing down his neck, coming into the hard braking zone at the end of the triple or the double right kink straight. So yeah, so far he's holding himself well, but I think you can still see the superior pace in the Lamborghini against the Mercedes. Going on board again as what? What's that? Why is Oliver pulling to the side? He's letting him past. What was that? Was it because of the... Huh?
What happened? What?
I don't know. We're gonna rewatch that. That was so weird. I have no clue what happened there. But I think he just let him past. I don't think that was a slip on traction. This is a replay, by the way, for all that didn't notice. Oh no, he just wiggles! He made a mistake!
Yeah, he does.
Oh god, that's so sad. Now he needs to fight back, and passing here is really difficult, as he was able to show us for the past 15 minutes. It is really difficult to pass someone here at Misano unless they make a mistake, so it would need a mistake out of Ruben van den Herding here to lose this race. But Olivier's made a mistake, maybe Ruben can counter it.
But meanwhile here for the fight for the podium here, Brabner is caught up to the back of Maciejewski, trying to go around the outside of him, but unable to do it there, but nearly getting that. So while we were focusing on that, Brabner has made his way all the way up to P3, or P4, off to the back of P3, I mean. And nearly has a look at Maciejewski, but is unable to do anything there. So hopefully these two keep it clean as well. But yeah, Olivier is not out of this. He's still on the back of him.
Yeah, as it stands, Ruben would gain how many? 25 points. Brabner would gain 16, so it's a 9-point gap. The gap on the championship is 16 points, so we would be down to 7, which is definitely closable at Bathurst if something happens, and even if not, if Ruben is just really fast, you could still get P2 in this championship, which would be mightily impressive, because he's had such a terrible start to the season, not even his own fault. He was taken out twice at Italy, actually. And he looks like he's not going to complete the Max Verstappen ride, because this might just be a really good finish for the Dutchman in Italy.
Yeah, so I'm trying to look at the Season 2 archive, but we don't have it here.
You're trying to figure out if Olivier won a race?
Yeah.
Oh, Olivier, well, it looks like he might not win this race because he's just made another mistake.
Oh dear, but up front as well, Brabner trying to put more pressure, or I mean behind.
Oh, does he get alongside that into Rio? That is such a weird place to overtake. They're going to run side by side into the braking zone. Brabner gives brakes pretty early. He sticks his nose in though, and that's going to be so tough to run side by side here, but I think Brabner's just got that move done. He needs to respect Maciejewski on the inside, and he's getting that, so it's P3 for Brabner now. And
what a recovery from Brabner there. Was spun around.
Yeah,
lap one, and now he's back up into the podium. So great recovery from him, and what a move there as well from him. So
that's
yeah, that's gonna be detrimental to his championship for his to get P2.
Yeah, it's
so Olivier's still trying to catch back up here though.
Yeah, it's 6 points that he's got on Iligna in this race now, which would change the gap between them to 18 points. And that, of course, is really difficult to overcome on your own. I mean, I rate well, but I don't think, without a mistake from Brabner, he's able to gain 18 points at Mount Panorama. He would need to win, and Brabner would have to have a bad race. So, oh, as Brabner makes a mistake there in the hard braking zone, but Maciejewski not close enough. You need to be careful, though. If you don't balance it well, you might just end up with a penalty. and that's of course what you want to avoid.
Agreed. Yeah, but yeah, what is it? 1.3 now. Olive is still catching him. Like he's still starting to gun it now, but he's only got 2 laps left to do this. So I think this might be it, but that's really unfortunate. He seemed to have it under control for just a bit, but then Van den Hutting turned up the wick, and then Olive unable to hold it together there. But still, the two of them with some incredible racing and incredible consistency up until then, when Olive made that one mistake. But it's to be expected because these are very difficult conditions, and Van den Hutting just making sure, or just doing his best and keeping it under control, and not and choosing his moment. There was that one little incident between them, but hopefully that doesn't do too much damage to his race. But it depends on the what the FIA says. So either way, somebody's not going to be happy, I think. That's it. So but yeah, somebody who will be happy maybe is Brabner here, who's not. Or if he keeps it under control here, he will keep this podium, and that will be good for his championship, as I said.
Yeah. Also, also what I just calculated in my head, and I want to interject here because otherwise I'm gonna forget all the numbers. The Constructors' Championship still to be decided. 33 points between Polnuth Racing, so Alexander Karsten and Maciejewski, and Blue and Gold Dress Racing, so Olive and Brabner. And right now, Olive and Brabner together would collect 36 points for themselves, and Maciejewski, the only finisher for Polnuth Racing, would gain 13, which means 23 points less than Blue and Gold Dress Racing, which would cut the championship gap to 10 points, and that is very much doable at Mount Panorama. It would just come down to how Karsten performs, and if Maciejewski is able to back him up. It's going to be really tight in the next race. That's going to be exciting, in my opinion. Also, the fight for P2, of course.
We have a lot going on. Then the championship might be over, but there's plenty of There's still a lot to be fought for in this season. But the one who's been running away with it so far in these latter parts, or in these last couple races, as Noppin is off the road. Yeah, he's right there. Yeah, so. He's had an incident, unfortunately, but the time is up, so the flag will be out, and these two here have been controlling this race. Brabner doing a good job to recover, but not enough to catch up to these two.
Is off.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but lap for him. Now he's gonna get lapped, so he's dropping some places, but yeah, as you say, it's been a really good fight between Ruben and Olive. We don't know what the FIA is gonna say about the bonk. This is.
I doubt it'll be too much of an issue.
Yeah, it's just an issue of staying consistent, but I mean we can't know for now. But at least until that decision is made, Ruben can be happy because he's winning 2 in a row. He's keeping at a 100% Dutch winner rate for this season here, as he wins ahead of Antoine Olive, who gets another P2, so close to his first win, but not quite there. Brabner, brilliant recovery drive to P3.
Happy with that. That is impressive if I've ever seen it, and that would be driver of the day material if we did that here, but we just do it honorary. Maciejewski with a great P4 there as well. Jacoli, an eventful race, unfortunately, but he does get P5, which is some good points, so he can be happy with that, and P2 in silver class.
Also,
as Illigner coming across here for P6.
Also, with that pole position, Jacoli certainly didn't embarrass himself at all.
Agreed.
Which might have been a concern. I mean, I think that's what he said after Kalami. That he was.
But crossing the line here in P8 is our silver champion.
Yeah, silver class champion, our first one. It is Tim Krushwa, who takes more than 3 points over Marius Torres and therefore closes off the second championship. I mean, the silver class championship, the secondary championship. Then. Yurin Visser is a 9th.
As he's gonna do some donuts here, let's see that.
Give me a second though. Chumley P10, Bone P11.
He's not really doing
12.
a good job of it though.
Oh! Taurus P12. Stricker comes home in P13, and then it's Tarkos who's last to finish this race. And yeah, that's
I'm gonna go see the radio and see the garage there and the McLaren Honda.
Do I have to wait for an interview, or can I just?
I'll see. I don't think you have to. I'm just gonna see this.
Well. Okay, so I mean, yeah. Here we've got some cool donuts. This has, in my opinion, been a pretty good race. I was scared after Suzuka. I mean, we saw coming into the race, or rather coming into the weekend, or it's Monday, coming into the day, we saw that it was like 15 signups, and I was getting quite worried, but in the end we got 23 drivers. And it rained, which also had me concerned, because Suzuka flashbacks, but people actually pulled through with it. It wasn't terrible. It was actually pretty good quality racing. It was exciting until the end, so I think this has been probably my favorite rain race so far. Maybe I just say that because I didn't get to commentate Bathurst rain race. I had to drive in that. But yeah, it's been good. And unless I am getting an instant message, I do not think that there's gonna be an interview. So yeah, we have crowned some, a new champion today. It is Tim Krushwa for the McLaren, Honda, Porsche racing team. He is our first silver class champion. And the other positions in that championship are gonna be fought over next week at Mount Panorama when we close the curtains and say goodbye for this season. But yeah, that's next Monday. It's been delighting to see this many people active in chat. I appreciate everyone who has interacted, and thanks for watching. See you next week. Goodbye. Oh right, also Monaco this week. F1, don't forget it. You got anything or not? I was just done with the goodbye.
Oh, you're done?
No, we're still live. I literally
no.
just wanted to say goodbye, and then I hear the join set. Is there anything urgent, or can I?
You can end it, yeah, but it's just that they are very happy with their result there, and the McLaren, Honda, Fernando Alonso, Maximilian Verstappen team is celebrating this one. So.
Okay. Well. So, I mean, good on them. They have done it, and we have survived the Misano race, and it was quite pleasant. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.